Bikes are very intricate pieces of engineering. Each individual component fits together and the whole bike just seems to work perfectly. Of course, the complications start when you add a rider, particularly if that rider isn't a regular shape, size or weight. It can be a bit of a butterfly effect. Change one small thing to fit the rider and it will have a ripple effect that potentially could lead to some major changes elsewhere on the bike. One such thing are the cleats on cycling shoes. The perceived correct position is very much dependent on several other things being correct. So for example, saddle height, saddle fore and aft position, crank length and Mars being in the correct alignment with the sun. But as it goes, it's not actually a bad place to start if you want to look at your overall position on the bike, as in theory it should only be a simple matter of placing the cleat in the correct position relative to your foot. Once you've done that, it then becomes the foundation to everything that you build upon it. There are many different cleat systems available. But for this film, I'm going to run through how to position one of the most common ones, the SPD SL system, but the basic theory will work for many of the others. Ideally, you will want the ball of your foot directly over the pedal axle, so the first thing you'll need to do is measure exactly where this is on your body. Now the best way to do this is while wearing your normal cycling socks, stand with your heels against a wall and measure the distance from wall to ball. It's important to do this for both feet as our bodies are very rarely symmetrical. Once you have this number, add another centimetre or half an inch to allow for the width of the back of the shoe. Next, take a piece of electrical tape and place it on the outside edge of each shoe near the toes and mark the position of the ball of your foot. Then take your cleat and roughly attach it to the bottom of the shoe with the Allen bolt. Most cleats will have some kind of mark indicating the position that should be directly above the pedal axle, but if yours don't, it will be in the gap between the two parts of the cleat, just here. Next, position the cleat so this central point is aligned with the mark that you made on the tape. Then take another piece of electrical tape and place it on the sole of the shoe just in front of the cleat and make another mark across the yellow part and the tape. You'll need this if you have to make any adjustments to the rotation of the cleat to accommodate the natural angle of the foot. To work this out, you'll need to sit so that your feet dangle freely, so the edge of a bench or wall is ideal. As they're hanging there, look down at your feet and decide if they point inwards or outwards, or are they perfectly parallel. Then translate this to the cleat by rotating it slightly using the two marks you made earlier as a reference. Finally, when you're happy that everything is correct, tighten up the Allen bolts and you should be done. Jump on the bike and try them out. Assuming that all the other measurements on your bike are correct, it should feel fairly natural and you should be able to comfortably pull up on the pedals. If it doesn't, use the marks to make minor adjustments to the cleat position until it does. You may also need a few days to get used to the new position, so don't be too quick to make any major changes. Once you have your final position, you will need to replace your cleats roughly every few months, depending on how much cycling you do. However, you won't need to go through all of this rigmarole again. Simply draw around the old cleat using a felt tip pen and position the new one in exactly the same place according to the outline. So that's how to position SPD SL cleats on a cycling shoe. If you'd like me to cover a particular topic, please let me know in the comments below, or if you found this film useful, please like and share. Finally, if you'd like to get the most out of your cycling, please consider subscribing for my regular weekly uploads. Thanks for watching.